Sang my first show tune when I was just 3. My mother knew I'd go far. I've been a show queen since way before Glee. Now I'm a Broadway star. Well, not exactly, but my friend has a friend who knows Idina Menzel.
Well, sort of.
So things are happening, you'll see. But till my ship comes in, I've got a lot to tell you. Let's start chewing the scenery with... Welcome to Chewing the Scenery with... me.
Turn off your cell phones.
Chapter 13, Sunset Boulevard, Part 2. At one point early in the new year, I received a call and had to make an emergency trip to New York for a funeral service. I called Richard Oriel, the company manager, and told him I had to go home. I knew I couldn't miss very many performances, so I had my travel agent book a round trip on the Concorde. The plan was to go to the funeral, stay overnight, and head back to London the next day. I was only going to miss one performance. I'd be back in plenty of time for the evening show. Or so I thought. This was January of 1994, and the East Coast was in the midst of another snowy winter. It was blizzard after blizzard. I boarded the Concorde the day after the funeral. We were supposed to take off at 9 a.m., but an hour later we were still on the ground because they were de-icing the plane. Even though it was only a 3-hour flight, I knew that between getting through customs and getting through London traffic, I was in trouble for making the 8 o'clock curtain. I asked the flight attendant if there was a phone on board and explained to her I was performing on stage in the West End. I needed to call the theater and let them know I was going to be late. "We have no phone," she said. "This is the Concorde." I still don't know what that meant. The plane goes so fast that they couldn't possibly have phones on it? I fell asleep and slept through takeoff. When I woke up, we were airborne and there was a note by my tray table that said, "The captain would like to see you." I pushed the call button and the flight attendant took me up to the cockpit. I felt like I was going to the principal's office. They opened the door and there I was in the cockpit of the Concorde with a true force of nature, Captain Terence Henderson. "Take a seat right there, young lady." He pointed to the engineer's seat. "I understand you want to make a phone call. Whom do you want to call?" he asked, picking up a phone. "I have to call the stage door of the Adelphi Theater to let them know I might not be there tonight," I said. He finally got a dial tone somewhere over Nova Scotia, made the call, and Graham, our stage doorman, answered. "Hello, Adelphi Theater, Graham speaking." "This is Captain Terence Henderson of the Concorde calling. We'd like to speak to Miss Tina Marshall," he said, then handed me the phone. "Hello, Tina speaking." "Tina! It's Patti! I'm on the plane, but I'm gonna be late," I screamed into the phone. "Call really useful. And find out if they'll hold the curtain, or should I just go home?" "Can I call you back?" she asked. "No, you can't call me back!" I almost said, "This is the Concorde. We don't have phones." But then I remembered I was on one. "Oh, yes, she can," my captain said. "Call 1-800-CONCORDE. "What? No way. Tina! Call 1-800-CONCORDE. At that point, Captain Henderson swung around in his captain's chair and bellowed, "You'll go on tonight, and you'll give the performance of your life!" The audience did not pay to see the understudy. They paid to see you. Now get some rest. We'll get you there. No worries. What the f*** just happened?